Hello, you guys. Hello. Hope you're all having a great day and staying safe. And today, I really just need to speak my mind. And this game's just really easy to play while talking. Like, I honestly don't even need to hear this game. I'm gonna turn it down as low as possible. And yeah, I just want to talk. I just really just want to ramble on. So I probably won't edit this too much. Um, I'll probably edit it, the quiet parts or I'm not saying anything, but I really want to just talk about just how I've been doing lately, and it's not great. And I recently, about a week ago, or maybe not even that long ago, um, I went and I did like the worst thing, one of the worst things like I've ever done, and I regret it heavily. Like, and the person that yeah, this is hard to break down. The person that, okay, so I basically had a big temper tantrum the other day, and I went off and yelled like a madman in front of a lot of people, like a lot of people that didn't need to hear what was said from my mouth. I said a whole lot of things without thinking, and and just stuff like that. Just really regrettable stuff. Things I just can't take back, type of things. And it's gonna take, I don't know how long, probably the rest of my life to even properly apologize. Like, I don't know, right? Because it's so fresh. It feels like it's gonna take the rest of my life to like apologize for what I did, and but I can own up to it for sure, because I'd rather do that than pretend I'm in the right or something when I definitely wasn't, or something. You know what I'm saying? I never want to do that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Like, that's just, and I was super wrong here. Like, I was very wrong. Like I said, it was probably the worst blunder in my life, if I had to be honest, because I could have potentially ruined this relationship I have with this person. It was with my mom, okay? I won't go into detail about what, too much detail, but, you know, I was talking way out of turn, and not only that, I did it in front of basically my whole family. Like, I was yelling at the top of my lungs, type of thing, and I'm a really quiet guy. Like, that's the crazy part. It just, and it didn't feel good as I was doing it, or none of that. Like, yeah, I was bringing up stuff from my past that had happened, that, like, stuff that can't be taken back, type of shit. And I was being bitter. I was being really bitter and petty. That's what I was doing. And I could have done way better. I could have done way better, but I didn't. And I knew, like, if I just put a little more thought into it, I knew that. Even in the moment, I could have just stopped myself, but I didn't. And I got a bunch of other people involved that didn't need to. And it sucks, especially for me, because I'm the oldest of 5 kids, and all the kids heard me, like all of them. all the kids heard me. My stepfather heard me. My grandma, like literally everybody heard me. And I was just screaming like a madman. Like I was the guy who's usually so quiet to himself. I start bringing up shit that like that can't be fixed. Like it's over, dude. Like you know what I mean? And I mean it's been a few days since then, and my mom, we've she still is somehow like this is something I'm always trying to figure out because I've been through so much, right? And I try not to hold grudges and blah blah blah, but the other night I obviously went and proved myself wrong there, but this is where she's more mature than me, for sure. Is she's not holding it like I can't say for sure if she's holding it against me or anything, but if it was like me, like I would be gone. Like I wouldn't be still living here. The type of shit I said, like I would have kicked me out. Type of shit. Like that's how it was real bad. Like it was like the lowest point in my life. Like it was like yeah, it's just literally like one of the worst things I've ever done, like the lowest point. So yeah, and I always try to see, I always try to own up to my mistakes, which is why I can even say these things, because what's more important than me trying to pretend I'm right, which I'll never do when I'm wrong, is my family. Like, because that's one of the few things I have. Like my family, my friends, and that's about it. When I break it down to like the most basic shit I have, that's about it. Like, and I really put it at risk right there with that. And that wasn't good, man. You know, I want to make sure I say everything and be honest, which is why I'm talking so slow. But I think that's good enough right there. Yeah, I basically went on a little tirade, had a little temper tantrum. It was about real stuff. It was about really important stuff. But like, there was a more. I'm 25. Like, there was a much better way to go about it than doing that. Like, a lot of stuff I mentioned was stuff only me and her knew, and like I had said it in front of, you know, a bunch of other people that had no idea about it or definitely wasn't involved in any way. And yeah, it was. I've just been thinking lately, like I've been trying not to put myself down too much, but at the same time, I don't want to like pretend I'm the victim at all, because I'm definitely not. Like I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that was pathetic. It was a pathetic display I put on. I can't believe I would do something like that, and I did. I definitely did. 100%. To my mom of all people. And my past is, you know, it's not the best thing ever. My parents haven't always treated me the best or whatever, but I'm, and I always thought I wasn't doing this, but I guess I do think about it more than I talk about it, for sure. Like, I definitely don't bring up these things a lot, but I really just kind of went off right there. I kind of just hang on to it and I don't talk about it. And like I said, like a couple videos ago, like my past ones, is I was gonna start going to therapy. Well, I'm still waiting on that. I haven't started yet, and I really wish I waited. I really wish I could have just held on a little bit longer, and I wouldn't be regretting what I did. You know, I could have just said all that stuff to the therapist, and nobody would know, right?
Securing the HQ.
Like it, but I didn't. I just didn't, and I'll have to live with what I did just now for the rest of my life. It's just another thing. It's, you know what I'm saying? And like I said earlier, I don't want to play victim or anything, because what I did was some absolute bullshit. And plus, I brought it up when no one asked for it. It wasn't even warranted. Like, I came out of nowhere and just brought that up, and it lasted for a good while too. Like, it wasn't a quick thing. Like, it was like a whole event. And everybody in my house basically was there. You know, and it was some bullshit. It just was, and I can't sit here and pretend like any part of it was okay. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get that point across, because that's more important than anything. Is I can accept my mistakes and stuff like that, and my faults, and this is one of my biggest ones, if not my biggest one, is my holding on to the past, and I let it turn into spite and all that shit, and I just let it out all in one go right there, when I really didn't need to. And it was like I said before, like, that was pathetic. Like, it's somebody who tries to hold himself up as peace-loving and, you know, always trying to keep the peace in my house, you know, whenever, you know, there's an argument or whatever, but, because that's how it started. I heard, you know, I heard an argument, and I'm like, and it involved her, and she did something I didn't like, you know, boo-hoo, and I went down there, and I started bringing up shit that had nothing to do with it, and it just lasted so long, like, and like I turned something so small into something so big, and it was so hypocritical, it was so ironic, it was so everything, so many things I don't like about my parents and like what other people do. I did all of it that night. Like, that was insane, honestly. It was honestly crazy. And yeah, but you know, like, the reason I just feel like talking about it is the whole therapy thing doesn't start until like the beginning of next month, and it's like, you know, and I haven't told anybody yet. I haven't, you know, I usually talk to like my best friends about it, but it's like I don't want to feel like I have to rush through it or have the opportunity to get cut off or anything mid-sentence. Not like my friends would do that or anything, but like, you know, I feel like me just talking alone about it would do me some good. And yeah, but yeah, and also I just wanted to talk about it, like, and just say what I think about that situation, basically. So yeah, I feel like what I did was extremely pathetic. Like, that was pathetic. I did that to my own mom as a grown man, you know, and that's pathetic. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it, really. You know, a younger me, an older me, any other version of me would have saw what I did there and said, "Really, dude? You really just did that?" Like, I never thought I'd let my emotions control me that much. That was crazy. That was crazy. It really was.
Been looking for you.
And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to.
We're halfway there.
admit that I was wrong, to just to the void at least, just somewhere, just to let it be known, I guess. Without going into like super great detail, because I do want to upload it. You know, I got my playlist or whatever, like deep talks or whatever. This will go in there. And yeah, yeah, it's been draining me. It's horrible too. Like, it's real bad because you know, if I did everything I did, I said some horrible things, it would still be horrible no matter what. But it would have been at least a little bit easier to stomach if I didn't have a whole audience. Like, that was like my little siblings especially, like that they were part of the audience. Those are the people I need to set an example to, and they literally just heard me at my worst. Like they really did. And yeah, I don't know what everybody thinks about me anymore. You know, I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know a lot of stuff, and I don't have a problem admitting that. It's just I don't want to behave like an ignorant child anymore. That's one thing. That's what I was doing. I was just complaining about my past and things that happened, and I need to get over it. I really do. Like, in a healthy way, which is why I want therapy so bad. But I just acted on my emotions, and I did it wrong. I did it really wrong, incorrectly. And yeah, man, I just... Oh, that's it. I think I just wanted to admit that, and you know, I don't think I could say sorry enough. I'm never the type to believe. You know, that's another part of the problem is I don't know how to forgive, which is why I don't put too much stock into I'm sorry, but I have never felt more sorry in my life, I don't think. So it makes it that much harder for someone like me specifically.
HQ contested. Shutting down the enemy HQ.
Yeah, I'm in a tough spot. I could have did better. Definitely could have did better. I regret it 100%. And that's basically where I'm at mentally. Now it's been a while. It's been a while, honestly. And you know, me and my mom, we had our own actual private talk, and she didn't necessarily forgive me, but it's something we're gonna have to talk about in more than one conversation. We both acknowledge that much, and at least at the end of that conversation, she was willing to, you know, hug me, and we can actually start to forgive each other. You know, and later that same day, after that, you know, it's like we tried, you know, or, you know, it's like I'm the one who has to try a lot more now. And she was willing to let me go on a walk with her, or not, you know, go on a car ride with her, not a walk. And, we just spent a little bit of time together. And yeah, it's just, I need to, another lesson I learned after all that is I need to mind my own business a bit more. Like, I try to play superhero, but it really bit me in the ass right there. Because like I said earlier, what I had jumped in was, it had nothing to do with me in the first place. So I really had no reason to even be there and start talking. And I recognize that for sure. I recognize that for sure. I've just been going over it ever since it happened. Like, everything I could have did better or just not done at all, type of stuff. And yeah, because like I said, I can admit my mistakes and own up to them, but that doesn't change the fact that it happened. You know what I'm saying? I could sit here and preach how self-aware I am all I want, but it won't even matter if I don't change the things that were a problem with me in the first place, right? So that's where I am. I am currently, in my opinion, in the lowest point. I guess mature-wise in my life, it was very childish what I did. You know what's funny? It was something I was preaching though a lot while I was yelling during that whole little temper tantrum I was throwing. I was throwing that word around a lot. Was this is childish, or stuff like this is childish? You know, stuff I'm obviously not gonna say here, but it was super duper ironic looking back on it, because I'm like, bruh, if I could look at myself in that moment, I would say, like, what you're doing right now is incredibly childish. You're angry about something that cannot be fixed, and you're yelling at the person who contributed or straight up did it, but it literally cannot be changed or fixed. It is in the past. And that is something I need to acknowledge more, and forever. I can't ever forget that. And I need to learn how to forgive. I know these things, which is, I'm just really waiting on the therapy, man. I really want to learn how to do these things, because like I said, I'm just a quiet guy who loves his friends and family. Like, if I had to break myself down in the most basic of basic ways, yeah, that's it right there. And then add on other stuff, like I like to play video games. I like to, I like to make videos every now and then. I like streaming every now and then. I like making jokes about almost everything. I like to laugh a lot for no reason. But a lot of my worst traits came out. They really did. They really did that night, and I don't want to see that part of me express itself outwardly to those who don't deserve it ever again. Like that. That was horrible. That was horrible. Yep. Yeah, that would be it for that topic for now. Alright, I'm not gonna try to force it out, but yeah, if I can think of anything else to say, I will. But for now, I will keep this going, I guess. I mean, yeah, let's speak about why I have a huge HDR in my hand, running around with it like it's gonna allow me to quickscope. I decided to use different weapons just because every time I hop on here I use like the same 5 or 6 guns. But this thing, man, you hit somebody with it, they die, and like I love it. It's so funny because this thing hits real hard. It hits incredibly hard. It's that, you know, it's the slow and fast like rifle. My guy's on a 10 kills. I hit him. Oh, I can't see. Okay.
Bueno. Yep, one down.
Ow. Hold on. Alright. Hello. Back. Got the same game, same time, same place. My little sister knocked on my door. She just wanted to come in. It's good reminder. You know, one of the big reasons I still continue to even decide to stick around is my siblings. So yeah, and she just knocked on my door. She just wanted to come in. That's it. So, you know, like I said, I'm trying not to, you know, victimize myself too much, and it's not like I'm asking for pity or anything. I just really wanted to explain myself and make sure I understood what happened that night. You know, like I said, I really want to own up to my mistakes and try to fix them, or fix them as much as I can. Because, like I said some pretty awful things. But you know, it's just another part of my story now. Just another part. Just another part of my story. But, you know. I still have people that love me, regardless, even though I made such a blunder. And yeah.
This is Loader 2-0. Good copy. Cluster strike
I
away.
still have my friends, I still have my family. And yeah. That is that, man. That is that. And I don't like to fake anything, so I'll do my outro. I'm not in the worst mood ever. I'm fine. I'm not fine. I'm just wanting to do better. That's all. That's all right now. That's just how I'm feeling. I just want to do better. And I probably hit the lowest point in my life right there. For sure. But I can't stick on it too long. Not for too long. Like I said, it hasn't been too long since it happened. But at the same time, like I've been telling a few people now, I really just want to move on. I really just want to move on. And that incident right there, that's the type of shit I'm talking about, man. That's the type of shit I'm talking about. I never want to go through what I've went through again. And now I actually have a real, true regret. And I really don't want to do anything like that again either. Yeah. And yeah. That's that. Thank you for listening, for whoever listened. You know, hope you have a great rest of your day. Stay safe, and I will see you later. Peace.